So let's try something new. I have a book here. I told you I went to the library yesterday, and I think I want to just read the prologue. Who reads that? I don't know. Let's just get that. Chapter 1, Present Day. From the depths of the meditation came a man's voice. You're running out of executioners, Boron. Starkiller opened his eyes. He knew that voice. It tugged at parts of him that had lain dormant for a long time, or never genuinely existed at all, depending on one's viewpoint. He shined away from both memory and contemplation. There was no point wasting energy on either when his very survival was at stake. How many days he had been down the pit he no longer knew, but in that time he had either eaten nor slept. His enemy wasn't physical in the sense of a foe he could strike down or manipulate. He was himself, his fallible body, his weak mind, his faltering spirit. He would endure it and emerge whole, or never emerge at all. Such was the life of Darth Vader, secret apprentice. He is dead. Then he is now more powerful than ever. More voices. He closed his eyes and shook his head. Kneeling, he placed his manselled hands on the sleek metal surface below him and concentrated on hearing the world outside. Long stretches of isolation had attuned him to the cloning facility's many moods. Through the metal he heard a relentless hiss that could only be rain. Sharp cracking sounds were lightning coming on going in staccato waves. Rolling rumbles were thunder and deeper note still was the song of the seabed hugging currents that circled the world. I don't know what that means, but we shall keep reading. Okay. This is fun because I haven't done any reading in such a long time. Like, from a book. I'm reading a book that I picked up at the library. It's called, like, Star Wars or something like that. He was Camino. Starkiller was sure of that much. He had been reborn on this distant water world where a significant percentage of the Emperor's stormtroopers were gone. Here it was that we will live and grow strong, or die weak or unmourned. Every hardship, every hurdle was one step closer to a full master of his fate. That was the lesson underlying all lessons. A new note entered the planets in this song, the scream of a TIE advanced prototype starfighter, angular and fleet, with bent vanes. It entered the atmosphere with a whip-cracked sonic boom and descended on a bold, high-energy descent toward the facility. Starkiller tensed. He knew that ship's sound and could sense the well-practiced hand behind its control. He heard stormtroopers marching quickly in response on their master's electronic summons, calling orders to one another as they went. Blast doors opened and closed and booming thuds. The facility woke from his unattended slumber. He didn't move as the TIE fighter landed. He didn't open his eyes as too heavy. Booted feet dropped onto the platform and began the long walk through the facility. He breathed in at a steady pace. He breathed. He breathed at a steady pace through the whine of the thunderbolts. No, turbo lift and his door. I told you I haven't read anything in a long time, so if it comes out a little bit, it'll get better. Okay. And yes, I am wearing the same hoodie and the same joggers, so do not judge me. I practically live in this hoodie, and I switch my joggers, but the hoodie, it stays with me. He breathed at a steady pace through the whine of the thunderlift, turbolift, and the hiss of doors opening. A ring of red lights at the top of the pit came on, and although he felt the light against the hunchback, he didn't look up. He heard breathing, mechanical and regular. Heavy footsteps came to the very lip of the pit and stopped. "You're alive," said Darth Vader. At the voice of the former master, Starkiller looked up, blinking against the light. Vader's boots were 3 meters above him, barely visible behind the lights and at a grate that separated the pit from the dark room beyond. The Darth Lord loomed like a shadow, a black hole in the shape of a robed man. Starkiller throat work. Starkiller throat work. It was It was so dry he could barely talk at all. How long this time? That's enough for today.